Whoa, this is the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. It's laundry day up here on Rainbow Mountain, and thought I would just chime in with Ben out there in Kansas. Has a pretty good question for me today. He was talking about he just got out of high school a couple years ago, and he's hanging around his wherever he grew up, and he's feeling like a big old loser because he doesn't want to go to college because college ain't for him, and there's really not a lot of job opportunities in his town, and he says he's got lazy tendencies, and he's worried about his life disappearing in the blink of an eye. Well, the good news is it's just a thought, right? Look, 45. I've lived all over this country. I've traveled a little bit. I've had all sorts of experiences in different jobs. That thought still arrives in my head. I still sit here some days and go, dude, I'm a loser. I'm never gonna figure it out, man. I'm never gonna do what I'm supposed to be doing. And yet, that thought is the anti-thought, if you will. You know, I would say to young people especially is you just got to get out and live life, man. And, you know, college ain't for everyone. You know, personally for me, like, yeah, I went and did a bunch of college and stuff, and it took me till I was about 35, 36 to figure out that, like, carpentry was my, like, gig. And if I'd only, like, pursued the trades when I was younger, man, I would have stacked some cash during the big boom era of building. But alas, I didn't, because I had to go out and search my path. So yeah, I mean, look, I look at it like this. Sitting around your hometown and kicking rocks, man, ain't going to get you anywhere. If I were you, and I'm not, but if I were you, I would save up go get a crummy job, save up some cash, stuff, you know, $50 a week away or $100 a week away. Do that for like 6 months, go buy a ticket somewhere and go travel. Because the funny thing is, there's crappy jobs everywhere on the planet, if that's what you're facing. But there's also jobs everywhere on the planet. Like, for those who seek, there it is. And my thing is this: you gotta jump into it somewhere. I've had plenty of crummy jobs in my life, and they were all temporary. You know, you don't have to stay working somewhere forever. And I get it. It's the whole concept of working and not making any dough. But again, that's just a perceptional. Sorry about the camera moving around. The wind's blowing here, and I got it kind of rigged on a string. Look, the whole thing is to get moving. If you just sit in your hometown and do nothing, it is like dying. Look, I know people, like, look, I live in, like, Malibu. It's a pretty bitchin' place and the whole deal, but I know people who have never left this town. I'm going to have to take it off the string because the wind's blowing. I know people who have never left this town. They've been sitting here in Malibu, California their whole life. And I don't know if they're stoked. I don't know if they're bummed. It's not my job to figure it out. All I know is, if this is the end-all, be-all of your existence here, I can exist here. I can exist here kind of on a permanent basis because I've gone and lived all over the place. I lived in Oregon for 5 years. I lived in Pennsylvania for 5 years. I've lived in Montana. I've lived in Arizona. I've lived in North Carolina. I've lived in San Francisco. I lived in Santa Cruz. You know, I haven't lived in foreign countries. That's kind of something I've always wanted to do. I want to live in like New Zealand, right? Like I can sit here right now and be like, woe is me. I want to live over here and I want to live over there and I want to live there. But the fact of the matter is, I have lived places. I have gone out there. I have seen what Spaceship Earth has to offer. And yeah, I would love to be standing in the middle of Glacier National Park right now. But then I look over my shoulder and I go, whoa, man, I am in my own weird national park. Like literally that is a national park right there. And so I guess what I'm saying is, if you don't do anything about your situation, you can't expect it to change. And the journey of 1,000 miles was made with one footstep. And I guess what I'm saying is, if you want to sit around and be bummed that your life's not going anywhere and you're not actually making a move to go somewhere, you're doomed. And I think a lot of people tie their life into like financial success and like this kind of weird 3D fulfillment, when I just go, look, man, just leave the house, get out of your town and go travel around. Look, it's called your hometown for a reason. It's because it's your home. You can always go back to your hometown and kick rocks if so desired. But why not go and just move to the next town or go to some big city and give it a try there? You don't have to stay there. You can go back to your hometown. And I know everyone can get on to like, I don't have any money. I don't have this. Dude, I've never had any like cash to like make big plays in life. Yeah, there's been moments where I've had like some stacks of cash, but actually that kept me from like moving and doing things. Like it's actually been when I'm on the thinnest of financial realities that I've had some of my biggest adventures, some of my boldest moves. Like I haven't, the funny part is I moved back home when I had a bunch of dough and kind of made a mistake. But you know, I'm here now. Things are happening. I've been back here for 12 years. Whoa, man. To me, that is crazy. But this is just where I am. Do I eventually want to go somewhere else, maybe live in New Zealand? Yeah, absolutely. But if I don't embrace this moment here now, if I don't look out into there and go, oh my God, I'm the luckiest dude ever, I'm blowing this moment. So I guess going back to Ben in Kansas or wherever it was, dude, you have to embrace the moment, accept exactly where you are. You have to be in the moment of your existence and then plot a trajectory and just make a move. It might just be as simple as filling a backpack and getting on a Greyhound bus and going to some other city and getting a job and working there. Or, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If like the big hang up is all there is a crummy job, well, you, like I said, you can get a crummy job anywhere. But the thing that I didn't have when I was younger doing my traveling is this computer thing, the internet and the whole thing. Like the mere fact you can go on like Craigslist and all these sites and find a place to live and find a job long before you've ever gotten to some new town is kind of amazing. Look, you can travel around by teaching people to speak English. If there's a will, there's a way. And I got it. The hardest thing to overcome is being lazy. I'm a lazy human being, man. I got sloth tendencies. Like, it's pretty hard to get me motivated. But once I leave the door, man, the momentum just takes me. So I guess what I'm saying is just make a move. Just make a move. Look, Pink Floyd made a song, I think it's called Time. It explains it all. Don't wait for the starting gun, because if you've waited for the starting gun to do this race called life, you've already missed it, man. You gotta take off, man. There's no starting gun coming. It's go, go, go. Don't. What is it? Don't atrophy. Don't atrophy, man. You got to work those muscles. You got to work the traveling muscles. You've got to work the life adventure muscles, man. Get out there. Don't do what I've seen so many people do in this lifetime, is just stay in their small town and get DUIs and court cases and marriages to people they don't like and kids they never wanted to have. Like, go live your life and then go settle down somewhere and find the girl you love and have the kid you've always wanted to have and do what you've always wanted to do. But first, you got to go out and experience life, man. You got to figure out what you don't want to do in life before you'll ever know what you want to do in life. Anyway, I don't know, man. I got to keep pulling the laundry off the line, and then I'm going to go skateboard because the weather is prime time for skating today. This is The Illusion, out.